Hey everybody, it's Erin here from Tech Gadgets Canada and techgadgetsinternational.com. I'm bringing you a special project. I'm going to bring you along with me as I do a pretty massive unboxing here. I've been sent about 24 at last count wireless chargers. I'm doing a big review project about wireless chargers for spy.com. So these keep arriving at my door and I'm trying them all out sort of a few at a time. I'm placing them around the house, testing them out, trying them with my phone, my AirPods, my Apple Watch, and other things. So I'm still working my way through the whole pile, so I thought I would bring you guys with me here as I unbox each of these and take a look and see what some of these wireless Qi charging devices look like. So I'm going to show you a couple of ones that I've opened up first that I've already started the testing. So technically the first couple here, this is not an actual unboxing, but I promise we'll get to that. The first one I'm going to show you guys is from Courant or Courant. It's a wireless charging accessory tray. And the really cool thing about this one is it's meant to be sort of like a gentleman's accessory tray. Well, maybe it's not just for the gentleman. It's it's an accessory tray for anyone. This one is white leather. It's actually really nice. It's sort of got a little area in it for, you can put change or your keys, whatever comes out of your pockets or your purse. And then there's this charging area here as well. So I'm just going to take a quick look at what features we have on here. Premium Italian leather, it says, made of aluminum. You can't see it because I left it plugged in, but it comes with a braided cable that does plug into the charging device, and that's how it gets power. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice looking charging device that actually doesn't look like a charging device, which I quite appreciate. So that's one of the first ones, and I'm just going to have to start finding room to set these aside here as we go. The next one I'm going to show you that I have already unboxed as well because I have been testing it is this one from Anker. This is the Snap Charge Flip, the Anker Snap Charge Flip, and in a second here I'll show you why they call it Snap Charge Flip. All right, so the top part of this is a Qi charging device, and you can stand it up to act almost like as an easel or as a stand like that, or set it down and just place your phone right on top of it. And I'm just going to step out here and grab a phone that I have nearby handy that supports wireless charging. And you can see how that works on there. It's just going to sit right on top of it. And I don't think this one is magnetic, so this case might not work, but you'll get the idea for how this would display with the phone. Very cool charging device, and I really like the sort of lavender color that it's got on it. It's quite big and very heavy. So that's one of the other ones that I've also already unboxed. Next one that I've unboxed here is from Belkin. It's called the Boost Charge Pro, and this is another charging tray style device, and I'll just slide it in here. So this one has charging spaces for not just your phone, but for your AirPods and your Apple Watch as well. So you can put your phone on here, charge everything up, and it kind of gives you one place to put all of your devices for charging. It's a nice kind of sleek, simple package. And from what I have read about this one, I'm not quite sure how it works. There we go. This actually flips up so you can use your Apple Watch in nightstand mode as well too if you want. Kind of a neat and very versatile charging device. So that is the Boost Charge Pro 3-in-1 charging pad with MagSafe, and that one's from Belkin. Moving on to the next option here. Might stick with a couple from Belkin here. So this is a wireless charging stand with speaker, and it's a 10-watt wireless charger, and it's got a speaker built in. So I'm actually really curious how this works. With some of these, I'm not going to lie, I've pre-slit the tape so that I'm not fighting with all of this packaging and wasting your guys' time. But let's take a look at what we get with this one. So this is, I'm going to say it's kind of an awkward design. It's a bit weird, to be quite honest, if we're taking my first impressions right out of the gate. So it's plastic. It's definitely a very lightweight plastic here. And this is going to be your charging area right there. and there's a speaker built in. The speaker is sort of along the top portion of the charging device, and then there's just a power button underneath. So the interesting thing about this is, I guess this is designed for home use. It's not very portable. You're not going to be able to fold it down. Like, none of these parts move. It's quite rigid, and it doesn't look like it comes apart in any way. So interesting. I will reserve judgment on that until I actually get to try it out, but an interesting charging device and speaker, the wireless charging stand plus speaker from Belkin. We'll move on to the next options here, and that is the Highrise 3. This is from a company called 12 South. 12 South is a bit of a new brand for me. I'm not familiar with them. I don't think I've ever reviewed anything from 12 South. So we will see how what this looks like here. So this is meant to be a three-way stand, I guess you could call it, for your iPhone, AirPods, and here we go, and your Apple Watch. So I'll just get this out of the way here. So kind of a nice, just simple white plastic again, and then sort of a grayish rubberized silicone surface. That's what that looks like. This is what it looks like when we get it fully loaded up. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. And your AirPods will go down there, and the phone, again, I don't have the magnetic case on this one, but it would stick to the front and be used as an easel. So that's kind of a neat option from 12 South. I'm going to be very much looking forward to checking that one out as well. Okay. Let's see where to go next. Let's move on to Mophie. Mophie's got a couple of options here that I'm going to go through, and I'll get them all laid out so you guys can see them. All right, so we've got the Snap Plus Power Station stand version. There's a Snap Plus Juice Pack mini version and a 15-watt wireless charging pad. So I'm just going to start over on this side. So the idea behind this one, oh, and there's a little cable in there for it too. The idea behind this one is that it's MagSafe, so it will clip to the back of your phone. And you can use it as kind of a battery pack. And then it's also, let's see how we get this out here, it's also a stand. So there it goes, just clicks open. And I'll move the package out of the way here, and you can see how that one would work. So kind of a nice idea, both portable and for home use, which is kind of convenient. Moving on to the Snap Plus Juice Pack. Take a look at what this is. It looks like it's going to be kind of the same idea, a battery pack for use on the go. This one, though, appears to lack the stand configuration of that other one, which might make it pretty handy. So there we go. We've got almost the same type of configuration. It's got a bit of a fabric, like kind of a rubberized fabric almost, it feels like, coating on it. And it just will click into the back to the MagSafe on your phone for charging. And that is 5,000 milliamp hours of battery. So that should be enough for a couple of charges. When I get to the full reviews of each of these devices, I will definitely go through and add the specs for them. I'll let you know how long they're supposed to last, exactly what they're supposed to do. So just a reminder to check spy.com for that in the coming weeks once I get through all of these. The last one here from Mophie is kind of got that similar fabric type soft wrap. It's actually, this one feels a little more suede-y. It's actually pretty nice. Nice simple branding there on the back. Plugs in, and a little nicer maybe than your average Qi charging pad. It's quite pretty, actually. I like that one a lot. So that is from Mophie, and I'm running out of places already to stash all of these fabulous charging devices. Next up, what have we got here? This is the Charge Tree Go from STM Goods. Charge Tree Go from STM Goods. So it's been a long time since I've reviewed anything from STM. They make really cool accessories. They seem to be quite long lasting. I had a set of STM chargers for quite some time and they're fairly durable. And I really can't figure out how we're supposed to get this out of the package. This is what you guys came for, to watch me struggle with packaging. Time to get the weapons out. Sorry, STM box. Nothing could be done. Okay. So the STM, this is kind of nice actually. It comes with a storage bag. I think it's a storage bag. It might be a carrying bag. We'll find out. And there's the cable that goes with it. So this, whoa. Interesting. I actually don't know what to make of this. So let me do some quick reading while we're here. Charge up to 3 devices in half the space. Folds flat for easy storage. So it looks like that is folded into position. There we go. So this clicks open and closed and becomes either a stand or a flat battery pack. So that is an interesting concept. You can charge everything. It looks like once you snap this open, you can charge something like the AirPods Pro on the back. And oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at how clever this is. So that just pops out for the Apple Watch. That's actually very clever. You know what? I'm going out of town for a few days in a couple of days and have been trying to figure out what to bring. I think this will be a really good charger that I'm going to bring with me on my travels, particularly if it functions as a power bank. I'm going to have to figure that out. But that's cool. That is the Charge Tree Go from STM Goods. And being as it has Go in the name, I'm going to hope that it actually offers portability to it as well. The next ones I have are a couple new ones here from Belkin, 2 versions of essentially the same charging pad. One is a 15-watt charger though, and the other is a 10-watt charger. The 15-watt charger is going to give you a little faster charging, and in the interest of keeping things moving along here, I'm only going to unbox one of these because they look very similar. So we'll give you guys the idea here. So this is the 15-watt charger, and it comes in black or white, or at least those are the 2 colors I've gotten. So you can see it's a nice, just simple pad, interesting design on the bottom there. And it comes with a nice sturdy looking, really sturdy looking cable. I've got another one here from Belkin. This is one of the other ones that I did open up and try out already. This is the Boost Charge Pro, and this is a 2-in-1 wireless charging stand. So it will charge your AirPods and your phone in that kind of stand configuration. I forget what the word is that I'm looking for here, but you can charge 2 devices at once with this one. It's got a really nice design. It kind of has this white plastic and stainless steel, but it looks pretty cool. It's pretty chic, modern, minimalist looking, a nice other option from Belkin. Let's take a look at what's next in line here. I'm going to move on to some stuff from, this company is called Nimble. Nimble makes environmentally friendly packaging, eco-friendly, not packaging, products. And their Apollo line of chargers. I've got a couple here, and maybe again we'll just touch on a couple of them because they are pretty much the same. This is the Apollo Duo, and you can see here, definitely made with sort of some recycled materials, and you can kind of see that in the rubberized surface here. And then a nice flat base, and you'll plug that in. There's a similar version there is the Nimble Apollo stand version, and that's just going to give you that, you know, the viewing option for your phone if you want. And then the other option is the single Nimble Apollo charger, and I'll just pop that in here. This is just a single device charger. This is a 15-watt charger, and kind of a nice, simple option. Definitely some different styles going on here too with a lot of these charging devices, a lot of these Qi chargers. You get everything from sort of design focused and design forward options to, I guess you could call these eco-friendly ones a bit more, you know, they're more focused on the materials as opposed to the design, if I can say that. So those are a few options from Nimble. All right, moving on to Satechi. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Satechi. They've got a couple of options here that I will show you. We have the Trio wireless charging with magnetic pad. So I'm going to see what this one is all about. This is very well taped. I should have definitely cut into this one earlier. Could be a challenge here. So one is, looks like the 2-in-1 magnetic wireless charging stand. That's another one of those metal and plastic options. Kind of got the silver and the white look. And this one, this Trio pad, is extremely, maybe I'm opening it incorrectly, extremely well in there. There we go. All right, so we'll take a look at this. That's cute little message on the box there. And we've got our charging base in here. There's going to be some cables and your AC connectors in that box as well. And that's the charging pad. So that's this one. Quite nice. You've got options for, oh, excellent, and a flip-up Apple Watch charger on this one, in addition to being able to charge your AirPods and your phone. So that's another good option from Satechi. I like the little flip-up thing. And then we have this option. This is the stand option. So you guys might be wondering, how do I test these? And I try to spend at least, well, generally speaking, when I do reviews, I try and spend like a couple of weeks with a device so that I really get the hands-on experience. Sometimes trying something for a day or two, you don't get the nuances, you don't get the chance to make mistakes with it, you don't get the chance to really experience what something is like and what might happen if something goes wrong. So I usually try and spend a good amount of time with the devices that I'm reviewing. With something like these, I'm doing a little bit of a shorter time span with them, just because, frankly, because there's so many of them. Otherwise, I'd be doing this until Christmas, which might actually be a good idea. So again, this also very well packed. There we go. All right, so we've got that plastic and metal configuration, covering to avoid scratches. So that's actually quite nice. It's nice and shiny, pretty sleek looking. And then there's the cords and the cables are in the package here, and you've got an AC adapter so that you can plug that in wherever you want to use it, whether it's on your bedside table or on your desk. That is our charging 2-in-1 wireless magnetic charging stand from Satechi. Next up, I'm going to go to this one here. This is a brand that I have not heard of before now, but this is from a company called Kerf. So Kerf makes these really cool wood accessories, and if you go on their website, they actually have a whole bunch of different kind of basic and then boutique different woods that you can use in the charging plate that you see here. So it's got a really cool wood and cork design. Looks like it's got that, what do you call that, burning wood art stuff. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And then the nice, very soft, very well sanded wood charging base. So that just gets connected, and it's really cool to know that you can charge through the wood. So all the guts is underneath here, and you should just be able to pop your phone onto that. And looks a little less techy, I guess, than some of the other options we've seen. So that is a super unique option from the company called Kerf. Moving right along, we've got a few options here from Anker. And before we get to that, I'm going to get to one more here. We've got the Base One Max. This is from Nomad, the Base One Max. We'll see what's in this one. So this package actually feels quite heavy. I don't know if you guys can hear it thumping on the counter. It's quite weighty. So this is a dual charging option by the looks here. Also well wrapped. It's like Christmas here. So we've got some interesting play on materials here. There's sort of a rubberized base to it. We've got the Apple Watch charging for bedside mode, which is nice. And then some different materials. We've got a lot of shine onto this, and then there's sort of a silicone surface. So that actually looks pretty elegant. It'd be a nice addition, a nice gift actually for someone. And then the cable that comes with it here is a really nice braided cable. Looks pretty strong and durable. I quite like that actually. Quite a nice little high-end package. So that is the Nomad Base One Max. It is indeed quite heavy. I think if you were going to use this on a bedside, you wouldn't have to worry about it getting knocked over or, you know, pulled off the bedside table by your robot vacuum. That's happened. So that is the Nomad, and it does come with a USB to AC plug as well. Now we've got a few more here. I'm going to open up one from Moshi, or should I say another one from Moshi? I'm starting to lose track. So this is the Auto Q. This is another wireless Qi charging pad. It too has kind of a nice fabric wrap on it. I like the ones that have fabric on them because they blend in a little better to your space. It's the kind of thing where you could put, you know, this on your dresser in your bedroom and it wouldn't seem as out of place as something a little more techie forward. You know, if you compare sort of these two here, the eco-friendly one to the fabric one, for example, different styles, right? Different looks. And if you're looking for something that's got that higher end feel to it for a nicer room, it might be nicer to have something like the Auto Q from Moshi. So that's that option. And did I miss it? There is a plug in here as well. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there so I don't lose it. That's Moshi's option. And now we've got a few here to look at from Anker. So I'm gonna lay these. This is another heavy, heavy box. We'll lay these out here and see what we've got. I might as well start with this one that's here on top. So Anker is a pretty well-known brand. I would say they're known for making pretty reliable and well-made products. So I'm hoping these are also going to be the same. So this one is, now I will say about Anker's packaging, it is very minimalist. There's not a lot to it, and it's also not exactly easy to figure out what's inside the box, truthfully, if I'm being honest. This is the Anker 522 magnetic battery pack with Mag Go. So this is another battery pack that will snap onto the back of your smartphone and give you extra juice. It does not say here, it does say it's fast charging, doesn't say how much extra charging it will give you, but it is a nice, compact, sleek, slim package, and it looks quite nice. So that's that first option. I'm gonna save the big one here for the end. Next up from Anker, this one is the Powerport Atom 3 65 watt slim desktop charger. So this one, okay, this is a little more of a power port, if you will. So you can see it's got AC plug for it. So this is designed to stay put. And then you've got a whole bunch of connections. So what this one is going to do is it's going to give you a whole bunch of other things you can plug into. And you don't need to tie up your computer's ports with this. You can plug it into an AC port, AC plug in your wall, and then connect 2 more USB-Cs and 2 more regular USBs. And then I'm guessing it looks like the top surface of this is also a Qi charging pad so that you can lay your phone on top of it too. So you're actually getting a lot of bang for your buck with this charging device. It lets you connect and power up a lot of devices with just one single AC cord. Pretty cool. All right, that's that one. We've got the Anker power drive. Oh, I think I know what this is. So these are some different connection options for recharging your power devices here. So that one is for the car. And this one is going to be an AC power option. So good to know that you have these options. If you want to pack these up, you've got something for charging, say if you're away in a hotel for the weekend. You've also got an option to recharge your power pack or your Qi charging device in the car if you're driving as well. So that's very handy. This is the Powerhouse 100. So I'm suspecting and I'm confirming that this is a very large power bank. So you can see how big this is. This is quite large and substantial. And it's got a lot of connections. So just before we get to what's in the box here, I'll lay this down. So it's got a carrying strap, which is quite handy. Let's see if it's charged up. It looks like it's got a little bit of juice to it. Press and hold. Okay, so this one will connect. You can plug in an AC plug, which is pretty amazing. So you could charge a laptop off of this, I'm guessing. There's also USB, USB-C, and it looks like this is a flashlight to me. I can't quite tell how you turn it on. I'm looking for a button. I'll have to do some more reading on that, but that's what it looks like. It's kind of an emergency button. And maybe it may just be that this doesn't have enough juice yet to actually work for us. So that's kind of another neat option. Not exactly lightweight, but if you're going away for a long weekend, or you're just going to be somewhere where you don't have the option of, you know, plugging in, that could be quite the savior, if you will. This looks like it's the plug, and this is quite a nice little plug that actually folds down really well. Very nice for charging. Get it really flat, so that's good for travel. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got a cable in here, I suspect. There it is. 2 cables. There is a USB-C to USB-C and a USB-A to USB-C. So you've got different options if you're going to be off-grid and needing some power. So I may have gone off on a tangent there when I was talking about how long I will test these devices for. These aren't probably going to get tested for weeks on end. It's just going to take way too long. But with some of them, I have actually had them placed around the house for a couple of weeks, so I've gotten a pretty good idea of them. But for the most part, I'm going to try and give them at least a handful of full charges to see how quickly they charge, how well they charge, how effectively they charge, to see how well those magnets in the MagSafe will hold your device, to see how effectively it charges multiple devices at once. So we're definitely getting a good hands-on test with each of these Qi charging devices. That is a lot of Qi wireless charging devices. I saw the boxes when they were all packed up, but just looking here at my countertop where they've all been unpacked, there's a lot of material here to go through. I hope you guys are going to find this helpful, and if there's a charging device that you're curious about that you haven't seen me unbox here and you want to know what it's like, I can definitely add it to my list to check out and review and add to our mega post that we're going to put up at spy.com. So go ahead and hit me up on either Twitter or Instagram. You can find me at Erin LYYC and tell me what you think I should add, if there is something, I don't know what, but if there's something we've forgotten. And don't forget, you're going to see the full article on this coming up on spy.com, probably in a few weeks. It's still going to take me a while to get through all of this. And don't forget, if you want to see what else I'm working on tech and review-wise, you can head over to techgadgetscanada.com or techgadgetsinternational.com. You can always hit me up there for your suggestions for reviews as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at Erin LYYC. You can also always catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.